LedgersMind, Explainer Demo Video Script, 3 parts. Part 1. What LedgersMind is and AMP, why it exists. Welcome to LedgersMind, the AI bookkeeping platform built to remove chaos from business finance. If you're a business owner, a manager, self-employed, or an accountant managing multiple clients, you already know the truth. Bookkeeping isn't hard because the math is hard. It's hard because it's constant. It's the never-ending stream of invoices, receipts, emails, bank transactions, VAT decisions, payroll rules, and compliance deadlines, all hitting you at once, every single week. And that's exactly why LedgersMind exists. LedgersMind is an AI-powered bookkeeping and compliance operating system. It scans invoices from any source, categorizes entries automatically, posts them into the correct ledgers, keeps your books balanced and accurate, and helps you stay compliant without constantly chasing your finances. This is not just another accounting app. This is what comes after accounting apps. Because the old model forces business owners to think like accountants. And the new model is simple. The system should think like an accountant, so the owner can focus on the business. Now let's be honest about the real pain. Most businesses don't collapse because they didn't have demand. They collapse because they didn't have clarity. And when you don't have clarity, you start seeing the same problems again and again. Late VAT submissions, missing receipts, unknown profit margins, cash flow surprises, accidental payroll mistakes, wrong expense categories, misreported totals, stress, confusion, and panic. And worst of all, you begin to lose trust in your own numbers. You look at your business bank account and wonder, am I actually making money? Or am I just moving money? That is where the quiet danger lives. Not in failure, in uncertainty. So LedgersMind was built to solve one major problem. A business should always know where it stands. At all times. Even on a Monday morning. Even at the end of the month. Even when you're too tired to open a spreadsheet. Even when the business is moving fast. LedgersMind is designed around one principle: trust through structure. Meaning, every transaction has a reason. Every number has a source. Every invoice has a record. Every ledger is balanced. Every report can be explained. Every compliance risk is predicted early. That's not marketing. That's architecture. And because this platform is built to be the engine room of real businesses, it includes systems most platforms skip. LedgersMind includes back-end trust layers such as a health monitor system that checks critical services, verification logic that proves debits and credits remain balanced, snapshot backups that preserve ledger history, restore mode controls that block posting if anything ever looks suspicious. That is how you build a platform that can scale without breaking. Because when you're dealing with money, speed is great, but accuracy is sacred. So the mission is not just to be fast. The mission is to be fast and correct. Now let's talk about the AI part. Most so-called AI accounting apps don't do accounting. They do extraction. They scan an invoice and say, this is $240, VAT included, supplier X, and then they stop. But that's where the real work begins. A human still has to decide, is this an expense or an asset? Is VAT reclaimable? Is it payroll or overhead? Does it belong under stock or materials? Is it capital allowance? Is it one-off or recurring? What's the chart of accounts mapping? That's why it still feels like you're doing the job. LedgersMind goes beyond extraction. It goes into structured bookkeeping logic. It behaves like an accountant who has studied your business. It learns patterns. It recognizes suppliers. It detects categories. It creates consistent posting rules. And that means the more you use it, the smarter and calmer your finance operations become. In this demo series, you're going to see exactly how that works. We'll walk through invoice scanning and classification, automatic ledger posting, bank sync and reconciliation, VAT logic, payroll workflows, inventory tracking, reporting and exports, and agency mode for accountants managing multiple clients. But before we even touch the features, we have to answer one final question. Why should anyone trust a new platform with financial data? The answer is not because it's AI. The answer is because it was built with safety. The platform is designed with data separation per business and tenant, controlled access and permissions, automated integrity checks, audit trails, backups and restore controls, clear operational status monitoring. That's how the big platforms do it. And LedgersMind is built with the mindset of, if global platforms can safeguard billions of interactions, we can safeguard business finance with the right engineering. So now you understand what LedgersMind is and why it exists. In part 2, we're going hands-on. We'll upload invoices from different sources, watch the AI extract and categorize them, and then watch the ledger post itself, clean, balanced, and accountant-ready. Part 2, Invoice to Ledger, AI bookkeeping in action. Welcome to part 2 of the LedgersMind demo. In this part, we're going to do what every business does every week. We're going to take an invoice and turn it into clean bookkeeping. Except normally, that process looks like this. Download invoice. Open it. Copy totals. Remember VAT. Guess the category. Type it into accounting software. Choose supplier. Choose the correct ledger. Confirm VAT code. Save. Hope you didn't mess it up. Repeat 50 times. That's the slow human version. Now we're going to do it the LedgersMind way. First, we upload an invoice. This can be from any source, a PDF, a screenshot, a scan, a forwarded email attachment, a supplier portal download. Now watch what happens. The invoice is ingested, and the AI begins extracting the key data: supplier name, invoice number, date, line items when available, subtotal, VAT, total, currency, payment terms. But again, that's not the real magic. The real magic begins when LedgersMind decides where this invoice belongs. Because bookkeeping isn't about reading invoices. Bookkeeping is about posting them correctly. So LedgersMind applies posting intelligence. It asks, what type of cost is this? What business rules apply? For example, if the supplier is a fuel station, it detects transport-related classification. If it's a wholesaler, it may detect cost of goods. If it's an internet provider, it detects utilities. If it's equipment, it may detect fixed assets. Now the system suggests the correct category. And here's the best part: you can approve it, or override it once. And LedgersMind learns your preference. So you get speed and control. Now we click Approve. At that moment, LedgersMind generates a posting entry behind the scenes. This is where most apps stop. But LedgersMind continues into real accounting structure. It creates the journal entry, and it posts it into the correct ledger. For example, debit, expense or asset. Credit, accounts payable, or bank if already paid. If VAT is present, VAT input is posted correctly. Net and VAT split is preserved. Totals remain clean. This matters because it's how you get accurate VAT reporting, accurate profit and loss, accurate supplier balances, accurate cash flow projection. Now let's look at the ledger. You can now see supplier entry, transaction reference, date, VAT split, posting explanation, status. And because this is real ledger-based accounting, it's not just a list of transactions. It's structured finance, which means later we can generate trial balance, general ledger, profit and loss, balance sheet, VAT return calculations, payroll postings, inventory valuation. Now here's something important: posting in ledgers. Mind is safe by design. There's a reason the system includes snapshot backups and integrity verification. Because in finance software, speed without guardrails becomes risk. LedgersMind includes a verification layer you can trigger to confirm debits equal credits. Trial balance is valid. No orphan entries. No broken references. And if anything ever fails, LedgersMind is designed to protect you automatically. It can pause automated posting. It can activate restore mode. It can prevent damage from spreading. So you never wake up to a broken ledger you can't trust. You wake up to clarity. Now let's move on. We've posted one invoice. but real businesses post dozens. So now we do a batch. As more invoices are uploaded, LedgersMind recognizes patterns, repeated suppliers, repeated categories, recurring subscriptions, repeated VAT treatments, and it becomes even faster. This is how LedgersMind becomes boring. And boring is exactly what you want in bookkeeping. No drama, no confusion, no surprises, just accuracy. Now here's another truth. Some invoices are messy. Some are photographed. Some have poor layout. Some come as WhatsApp screenshots. Some are incomplete. LedgersMind is built for real life. It doesn't demand perfection. It supports real business conditions. It extracts what it can, flags what it can't, and asks only for what truly matters. That keeps it calm. Because nothing kills adoption faster than software that feels like an exam. So part 2 proves the core promise. Invoice enters. AI reads it. System posts it. Ledger updates. Reports become real. This is how bookkeeping becomes hands-free. Now in part 3, we go beyond invoices and show what makes LedgersMind a full OS. Bank syncing, reconciliation, compliance automation, payroll, inventory, agency workflows. Because the final stage isn't just recording the past, it's controlling the future. Part 3. Full autopilot, banking, payroll, compliance and AMP, agency mode. Welcome to part 3, the final part of the LedgersMind demo. So far, you've seen invoice-to-ledger automation. Now we take it to the level that makes this platform truly valuable. The ability to manage the full financial system of a business. Because the truth is simple, businesses don't live inside invoices. They live inside bank activity. So LedgersMind is designed to connect to your bank feed and pull transactions automatically, and then reconcile those transactions against invoices, bills, payroll, and inventory movement. This is where clarity becomes real. Once your bank feed is connected, LedgersMind sees income deposits, outgoing payments, subscriptions, recurring costs, supplier payments, unexplained transactions, and it begins categorizing them, but not blindly. It categorizes with context. For example, a £9.99 payment to a software provider may match a recurring subscription invoice. A £240 payment to a supplier may match a posted bill. A payroll run may match a wage posting template. This is how reconciliation becomes automatic. And reconciliation is where businesses stop guessing. Because once the ledger matches reality, you stop operating on instincts. You start operating on truth. Now let's talk about compliance. Most owners treat VAT and compliance like a deadline sprint. But LedgersMind treats compliance like a system. It tracks thresholds. It monitors risk. It shows upcoming deadlines. It runs checks before submissions. So VAT becomes predictable, not scary. And that same approach extends into payroll. Payroll isn't just sending money to staff. Payroll is compliance, tax, national insurance, payslips, RTI submissions, auditability. LedgersMind handles payroll postings into the ledger automatically, so your accounts stay accurate in real time. And then there is inventory. Inventory destroys profit when it's mismanaged. Because your money isn't only in your bank, it's on your shelves. So LedgersMind includes inventory tracking. When you buy stock, it posts purchases correctly, tracks stock levels, updates inventory value, shows cost of goods sold, calculates margin. So you don't just see revenue, you see profit. Now finally, we have agency mode. This matters because agencies and accountants are one of the strongest buyer types for platforms like this. Agency mode enables accountants managing multiple businesses, dashboard overview per client, fast navigation, audit trails, consistent templates, export tools, white label capability. Because many accountants want a tool they can run as their own platform, not just software they rent. So LedgersMind becomes a bookkeeping assistant for business owners and a scalable operating system for agencies. And now we close with the biggest promise, trust. Why should anyone use this? Because the ledger stays correct. Because the system protects itself. because it is built not as a lightweight app, but as a financial engine. LedgersMind is designed to be sold, designed to scale, designed to be trusted by people who demand accuracy. And as you've seen, every part of this platform is aligned to that future. So if you want to test it, we've made the demo hands-free. You can fill the demo form, watch the video, and enter the demo app instantly. And if you're ready to go beyond demo, you can start for real. Connect your business and let the books run themselves. This is LedgersMind, AI bookkeeping that runs itself.